What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I had the blessing to be a former CEO of 7-Eleven. I also was former chairman and CEO of Blockbuster. Have done a number of things in retail, technology, consumer products. I'm working with a couple of companies in the aerospace industry trying to build the next Starship.
So you were the CEO of 7-Eleven and Blockbuster.
I was the CEO of 7-Eleven and Blockbuster, yeah.
That's incredible. What was the biggest driving factor of your success that enabled you to work your way up and become a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company like 7-Eleven?
Yeah, I've got three things for you. I'll give them to you. They're my gift. It's these three things. First, change. People hate change. Everybody hates change. Harvey Mackay, a friend of mine, author, best-selling author, says the only one that likes change is a wet baby. And it's true. People react differently to change, and they like go, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Well, change is reality, and change equals opportunity. So I've coined that expression. CEO is all about change equals opportunity. If you embrace it, you'll see that if I respond to this change and others don't, I'm going to turn that into shareholder value. So change can be positive if you manage it in a positive way. The second is confidence, because when things change, you lack confidence. You're like, oh no, woe is me. What's going to happen, right? But confidence is all about preparation. So the more you prepare, the more you can win. And the third is about clarity, simplicity. The hardest thing in the world is to keep things simple. So I think it was Michelangelo or somebody that said true elegance is in simplicity. And it's so true. If you can break complex things down into simple solutions, then it will carry you a long way. And what many people lack in the corporate world is that clarity of definition. And clarity comes from both inbound communications, that means listening well, and outbound communications, that means keeping things simple when you explain them. I can't lead if you can't understand. Yeah. So it's up to me to keep things simple and clear. Change, confidence, clarity. You want to know the path to being a CEO of a company or your life? It's those three things.
Have you ever been broke before?
Oh, I grew up broke. I grew up without running water, literally in a little shack in Massachusetts. Been very broke. We had government surplus cheese, which I thought was the best cheese in the world, those big blocks of cheddar cheese that Mom would bring back. But yeah, I've been broke. When I first started my career, it was hard to make bills at the end of the month. You know, it's like, what doesn't get paid this month? Yeah. So I know the feeling.
What has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
I can't tell you that. The IRS may be watching.
Yeah.
I've been blessed. I've
Yeah.
been really blessed. And here's how you make money in the corporate world. It's not salary. A lot of people think, oh, how much did you make? What's your paycheck? It's got nothing to do with it. In the corporate world, it's all about equity. And you get to a certain point in your career and you get to participate in the equity programs. Always do that. Always take advantage of it. I have a friend now who used to be my administrative assistant. She's at SpaceX, and she couldn't afford the equity that SpaceX was offering because they have to buy in. I was like, buy every penny that you can of SpaceX equity, because wealth for me didn't occur. I had trouble making bills on my salary, but when I finally moved on from 7-Eleven, we sold the company, I was able to accumulate stock during that time, and that was the true creation of wealth. So I recommend that for anyone.
Oh my goodness, that was an amazing interview. That was seriously great, seriously.
Good.